Hi, my name is Jihu, and welcome to my presentation for PYPx. Do you know how many people die every day from starving? Well, according to Oxfam, 8,000 to 28,000 people are dying every day because of starvation. And I'm gonna start my presentation about SDG, Sustainable Development Goal 2, hunger. In this presentation, I will talk about my research, action, and reflection on a global issue important to me: war causes hunger crisis. My first line of inquiry is: what are common causes of starvation in Earth? The key concept I focused on for this was causation. The questions I had were: what is desertification? And how does war stop people from farming? Desertification is a proceeding of land becoming a desert. Desertification can happen by population growth, deforestation, and climate change. In the south, to the south of the Sahara Desert, desertification stops farming and makes people starve to death. War can stop people from farming by destroying farms, harming people trying to farm, and moving farms. My second line of inquiry is: how is starvation related to other problems in this world? My key concept was connection. The questions I had were: how does starvation damage your body? How much nutrition do people need to survive each day? Which wars were caused by food shortage? And what's the difference between fasting versus starvation? Normally, a 7-year-old eats more than 1,400 calories a day. But imagine a 7-year-old only can eat less than 1,000 calories each day because of war. And this thing is happening all around the world. Before that, here is a chart of required calories each day. Starvation can damage people's bodies by doing damage to organs, muscles, bones, and skin. Starving for a long time does permanent damages to organs, and eventually people die. For example, starving for 2 months can kill yourself, since it can do permanent damage to organs and other problems to your body. What is the difference between starving and fasting? Starving is more like you're not eating anything or you're eating very low, even though you don't want to for like a long time, while fasting is like you want to or because of religion, and fasting mostly ends in the day. Now let's take a closer look at two wars that make starvation worse. I will begin by talking about the impact the war in Yemen has on starvation. In 2014, a rebel movement doing armed, open, and organized resistance to the government, known as the Houthis, captured the capital of the nation and kicked out its government. An alliance led by the United Arab Emirates and Saudi Arabia intervened, purportedly to bring back the deposed government. Yemen's insecure economy got corrupted because of their bombing campaign and destroyed much of its buildings. The country's currency collapsed, public workers suddenly didn't get paid, and the food prices skyrocketed. At the end of 2018, the UN said more than a half of Yemen's population needed food assistance desperately to prevent starvation. Next, let us look at the war in South Sudan. South Sudan, which is the world's youngest nation, had a civil war back in 2013. Over 400,000 people died because of that war and drove 4 million people from their homes or food resources. Also in 2017, disagreement and low harvest led to hunger crisis. Armed groups raided cattle, basically means herbivores tamed by humans that have two toes, burned down markets, stole food, and prevented farmers from farming land. These wars relate to SDGs 16, 1, and 2. because wars make people lose either all or most of their resources and money, and they would be hungry. But even if they try to work, they won't have enough energy to work, and they're basically trapped. My third line of inquiry is, what is our responsibility versus the government's responsibility against hunger? My key concept is responsibility. The questions I had were, how can we help to stop starvation? If we all help to stop starvation all around the world, we can stop it. There are about 850 million people in this world that are starving right now. $37 billion are needed each year until 2023 to stop starvation all around the world. And that means we need $259 billion in total. If just half of the world donated about $32.375 each year, it would be enough to stop world hunger. And besides donating, we could help in another way. We can waste less food, we could help rural farmers connect to markets, we can give food directly to poor people. Together, we can stop world hunger. I wanted to inspire change in our world. My action was to make a poster to get donations to donate to a food bank named Food Bank of Indonesia. And I made 1.2 juta in total to donate to Food Bank of Indonesia. And in total, our class raised over 130 juta to donate to organizations. I want to give special thanks to my mentor, Mr. Chris. Any questions? If not, thank you.